all of these probe allegations back and forth, prompting a Russia reset. You'd have a funny way of seeing it, because as Charlie pointed out, it's not as if the Trump administration has been singing the praises of the Russians or even talking about deals or easing sanctions or any of that. The House Intel Committee member, Congressman Stewart. Congressman, similarly, we're hearing that Vladimir Putin does want to meet with Donald Trump, but the Trump folks keep pushing it off. Maybe it happens at Finland or the NATO summit. What's going on here?
Oh my gosh, Neil, there's so much to talk about on this. Let me start with kind of the big picture, if I could. I came back from Moscow last fall, went there on intelligence meetings and briefings, and I came back and said, Russia's going to mess with our elections, and it was just an obvious thing that they were going to do, and it's very clear that they did. But I also said they don't care who wins. And to your point in your question now, is there any evidence at all that our President Trump, is going to prefer them or make things easier for them? I think absolutely not. In fact, quite the opposite. He said he's going to rebuild our military. He said he's going to put American interests first. One of the most important things we could do is energy development. My heavens, that's the greatest economic pinch that we could put on Russia. That's greater than any other sanctions. He's clearly going to do that. Anyone who thinks that Donald Trump is a friend of Vladimir Putin, I think, is just really misreading things.
So is it your understanding then, Congressman, that it is unlikely this administration will roll back any of the sanctions already in place?
I think it's very unlikely. I think it's very unlikely that Congress would go along with that even if he tried. But I don't think that's his intention.
Do you think all the heightened scrutiny about who knew what or said what to whom regarding the Russian and Trump team and whatever communications they might have had prior to the election, it behooves the administration to be extra tough?
Yeah, I think it probably prods him in that direction. But it behooves all of us to be honest and to be fair about this. My heavens, some of the insinuations that I've heard, you could make those same claims against thousands of business people who have worked in Russia. If you're working in Russia, you've met some of these individuals. You just had to have. And I think one of the things that I love about the Intel Committee is not only is it very serious work, but that we've done it in a bipartisan fashion.
Maybe in the House there's the doubts about that, because the Senate seems to be going its own way. And I don't know if I'm overreading into that, but do they share whatever intelligence they're coming up with?
Yeah, we do. There's obviously interflow between the two committees, as there should be. But many of us want to, I think, kind of temper things a little bit now. Yeah. And I'm encouraging other members, be careful what you say. This is important work, and the American people expect us to be responsible on this and not to be overly partisan or overly political. And I'm afraid we've moved in that direction, and it doesn't help with the investigation. And frankly, it riles up the American people for things that I think at the end of the day they're going to go, dude, that was much ado about nothing. There wasn't much there.
You know what I'm shocked at is someone of your stature and power can just use the term dude, which I deeply admire, Congressman. Thank you.
That's my Air Force days.
There we go.
You got to forgive me.
I'm impressed, as well as your service to this fine country. Congressman Stewart, thank you.